You shot straight, but you shot late. Hi, Lim. This is the Rundown Podcast.
I'm gonna give you the rundown.
In the early morning hours of Sunday, June 23rd, Jacksonville rapper Charles Jones arrived at Teaser's Gentleman's Club in Tampa for a paid performance.
He's a gentleman wearing the red beanie hat.
That's Tampa Police Homicide Detective Juan Ramos identifying the rapper, known as Julio Foolio, in new surveillance video from the club's parking lot. Suspects Alicia Andrews, Isaiah Chance, and Sean Gathright watched this video in court Thursday, too. All three face charges in Jones's death in what investigators say was an ongoing rival gang war. After leaving Teasers, the rapper went down the street to Truth 18 nightclub for an after party, posting on social media in live time.
This is the video here from his Instagram.
Surveillance video from outside that club shows how two suspect vehicles continued to follow Jones, just as they did at Teasers, and eventually to the Home 2 Suites near USF.
They're approaching the victim's position on foot.
Video from the hotel and a parked Tesla show three shooters firing.
Once again, there is no actual video or identifiable footage that shows that Mr. Gathright was physically present at Home 2 Suites. Is that correct?
Correct.
The state presented a picture from Gathright's cell phone taken one day after the murder, showing a bottle of Don Julio. The detective testified that, based on gang knowledge, this represents an insult to the rapper Julio Foolio. Here's Gathright's attorney.
Were you able to ascertain if my client, Mr. Gathright, was the one that actually purchased Don Julio?
No.
So anybody could have been at that club and purchased it?
Yes, of course.
In Tampa, Ariel Placencia.
Say, man, hey, man, it's OG Jucario. Now, back at you with another one. And I've been working around the clock, right, on this Julio Foolio case, trying to gather all the information that I can bring to y'all, right, and give my perspective, my logic to it, right? So, now we have footage of Julio Foolio and his entourage. There's 20 people entourage that he was with, right, at Teasers. And they say that he was performing at Teasers also. Now, we didn't know that. A lot of people left that out when they was, giving that press conference. They didn't say that, at one of those locations, Julio Foolio was set to perform. And this was at the strip club, Teasers, right? So we see the parking lot footage, surveillance video, showing Julio and his entourage there waiting in line, waiting to get on in there, right? And why was he waiting? I mean, he's set to perform. Why he couldn't come through the back door, right? He's an artist. Why is the artist coming through the front door? That's kind of suspicious, right? I mean, every club that I know that an artist performs at, they come, through the back of the club, right, or the venue. They never come straight through the front entrance, right, where all eyes are on them, right, where anybody can just put hands on them or, get close to them like that. So I found that very, very strange that Foolio and his entourage had to wait in front of Teasers so everybody could see him. Right? And also keep in mind that they said that some of the suspects, Isaiah and Alicia, they was there, right? And Isaiah made that phone call to the suspects, the other suspects, the shooters, who was in that black Impala, Sean Gathright, right? His mother owned it, but he was driving it during the time of the murder. And, they came to Teasers, right? So Isaiah and Alicia was there and she lied. She tried to lie and say that, her and Isaiah didn't know nothing about Foolio being there. They was just in Tampa to party, you guys. And they say that she got out the car and walked to the front of the entrance of Teasers. So was she trying to get a good look at Foolio and make sure that that was him and keep eyes on him and make sure that they had the right person that night and they, was definitely on the right track? Maybe so. But, according to court documents, that's exactly what happened. So when the shooters pull up, they already had eyes on Julio, right? And they said that Sean Gathright, trying to get the location on where Foolio and the entourage was at. So who could this male be? Who could this suspicious person, this backdoor person, right? And they say that he attempted, right? So that was kind of like the wordplay saying that they didn't actually, communicate with this person, but Sean Gathright attempted, right, to ask this male who was with the female in the entourage, exactly where they were at. But once they got to Teasers, right, and Isaiah and Alicia had eyes on Foolio. That's when the shooters, Sean Gaithright and the Murphy boys, they didn't have to have this backdoor person who was in the entourage to verify and confirm that they were indeed at Teasers. So as we see on the surveillance video, right, he's at Teasers, and then, I'm assuming, like the mother said, they followed him from that Teasers strip club, and Julio did post that on his social media that he was going to Teasers and have his party there. But I was under the impression that he canceled it, right? But obviously, he went on through with it, and he never mentioned that he was, performing, like I said. But after there, they left and went to the Truth 18 club. That's when the female, I'm assuming, was getting in touch with Julio Foolio the whole time, right? Because he didn't go back to the hotel or Airbnb. He went straight from Teasers strip club after the performance, straight to the Truth 18 club, right? So the female who was asking Julio Foolio, to come up there to Truth 18 and party, she had to be in communication with Julio Foolio during the time of his performance and after his performance at, Teasers nightclub, you guys. So when he went to Truth 18, we already know that those shooters were still tracking him, following him, right? And then after he leaves Truth 18, we all know, like they say, according to court documents, the shooters then tracked him all the way to the Home 2 Suites. And he had 2 Airbnbs like I covered. His mother said she booked 2 Airbnbs, one with the pool party, and then she switched to another Airbnb. And we know that now the killers indeed had an Airbnb there in Tampa as well, right? Where they, were resting at and, going back and forth to between the time before and after the murder, right? So, now all this is new information. We see these suspects in court. You have Alicia Andrews, you have Sean Gaithright, and you have Isaiah Chance, right? But we don't see Rashard Murphy. Where is Murphy at, you guys? Why isn't Murphy in that courtroom? We all know that Davion Murphy is still on the run. It's a manhunt still out for Davion right now. But where is Rashard at? Why wasn't he in court, you guys? And, he was apprehended and arrested at those apartments when he came out with that Bible and the puppy dog in one hand. So why isn't he shown in the court footage along with the other suspects? Well, that's very strange and suspicious to me. But, maybe he's still getting pressed right now. Maybe Rashard Murphy is giving up more information than we can think of. And he's actually telling on the person who paid for the hit, right? He's still in interrogation, allegedly. That's all I can really think of, But, I just found this video footage of the suspects in court without Rashard Murphy, right? Very strange. So according to those court documents, it said that the suspects did have a court date on the 8th, right, of August. So, that has came to pass. We see the footage of those same very suspects, except for one, like I said, Murphy and Davion, who's still on the run. They were in court. And you seen Sean Gaithright's public defender acting as if Gaithright ain't have nothing to do with the murder. That, him posting the Don Julio bottles afterwards, of the murder of Foolio, right, didn't have nothing to do with them celebrating, the shooting that had occurred that took Foolio's life. But, she was asking questions as if, she's going to get Sean Gaithright out of this whole ordeal. But we all know it's too much, evidence stacked against Sean right now, especially with him trying to escape out that interrogation room, right? And, all the bullet shell casings, right? The rifle casings, linking him to a previous homicide and a previous shooting on Julio Foolio last year of October. Say, man, hey, man. Sean Gaithright is definitely deep fried at this point. So I don't know why his public defender is trying to go to bat for him as if she has, the evidence to get him off on this crime. But y'all get in the comment section and y'all let me know what y'all think about this entire ordeal. So we didn't see, Chance's or Andrew's lawyer going, up in front of the judge and speaking for them yet. Maybe we'll get some more footage on that. So until next time, you guys, this is OG Jucario TV with the latest in hip hop, rap, and celebrity news. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spinning with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And say, man, hey, man, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button, and look, turn on post notification so we can slide whenever I get the drop. You already know what it is, man. It's deeper than Buddha, her, you hear me? And guess what? I'm gone.